Hi, I'm Suky from Professional Selection. Today I'd like to talk about why you should use a recruiter in your career search, that next job search. There are a number of different reasons, but firstly, working with a recruiter, especially if you're not ready to move today, you're looking for a strategical career move, that's a relationship that you can build. They can really get to understand exactly what that role would look like for you in order for you to make a move, what you see as your next career progression, timelines, etc. So it's always a great idea to build that relationship with a recruiter kind of before you really need them. That's the ideal time to build that relationship, but that's not always the case. So if you are looking for a position in the near future, working with a recruiter, here are some of the benefits, and they're actually in no particular order. Recruiters have access to jobs that are not necessarily advertised out there in the public domain. There's a number of reasons why companies choose not to advertise all their jobs. Part of it could be confidentiality, strategy, just a number of different reasons. A good recruiter who has a solid relationship with that client is a partner to them, so it is going to be aware of those roles that are coming. So that's one of the benefits. Also, if the recruiter's truly partnered with that client, you as a candidate can benefit from their expertise and knowledge on that company, where their startings or where they were 6 years ago, 6 months ago, where the company vision is going, how you fit into that vision, but also the individuals that are in that role. They have worked with those hiring managers, so they know those individuals personally, their management style, etc. So that's always definitely going to help. Also, a recruiter can act as a good sounding board for you. So, for example, you may have seen a job that a recruiter's advertised for a company. Even before you reach out to that company, even before the recruiter reaches out to that company on your behalf, you're able to use that recruiter as a sounding board. See what else that job's involved, why it's there, see how much of a fit it actually is, because ultimately at the end of the day, you already have a full-time job, so you don't want to go applying and interviewing for jobs that are not really suitable or fit with what you're looking for in your career. Also, if you've gone through that hiring process, that recruiter can help you throughout the hiring process, the different interview stages. They can give you information on how you compare to some of the other candidates. Now, just to be clear, they can't give you confidential information, but they can help you benchmark. So they can help you, they'll work with you and guide you, coach you on how to present yourself at that interview, not just from a communication point of view, but some of the skill sets that you may not have necessarily highlighted, some of the projects you may have worked on previously that could help you secure this role. So definitely a recruiter can definitely help you with that, and every recruiter should. What happens if the recruiter's hiring for a company that you'd love to get into, but you don't have the skill sets and there's not a job advertised? Again, coming back to what I said earlier, if they don't even have a confidential job, a good recruiter, if they feel you are a cultural fit for one of the hiring managers, a good recruiter is going to make that hiring manager aware of your interest in a company. Now, just to be clear, there's got to be some sort of synergy, experience, relevance in your career history, but they're going to talk to that hiring manager and may be able to create a role for you. You just never know, because at the end of the day, these are relationships. Now, last but not least, what about your confidentiality? Now, you can go applying to 20 different jobs via the internet, job boards, and just through other social media efforts. But what's happening with your confidentiality? Reality is you're hoping it's not going to get breached. Now, there are employers out there who have steps in place to ensure that. But if you've sent your CV directly to via email to your competitor, your competitor now knows you're not happy in your role. One of two things will come from that. He'll either, great, let's speak to you, let's start talking to you, or if they have no opportunity, that they could use that information in many different ways. At the end of the day, people talk. working with a recruiter and having that relationship, you can be ensured for your confidentiality. No recruiter is going to send your CV out to a company without your permission, and they will already have experience, steps, checks and balances in place that your CV does not just float around the company. So that's one that we don't often think about. And we trust people, yes, but sometimes people just make mistakes. So confidentiality is definitely a really important one for you. Anyhow, at the end of the day, I'm sure there's many other reasons that other recruiters will think of, but these are just some of the ones I'm thinking of right now. As always, would love to hear your comments. Feel free to leave a message below. Thanks for listening.